even despite that. You know, the harder way doesn't necessarily mean that the other way was the better way. Why is she not hitting them? There we go. You go and blow up on the others, thank you. That's it. Be my explosive. Blow up on them. You what? He'll randomly explode on me even though he's on my team now. Well, he randomly exploded. Wow, that chair did not even go to that guy. Take control. Take control. You back off. See, I'm trying too hard to take control. Why did you turn into my guy? Back off. Well, he's dead now. Trying too hard to take control of them. To make life easier. Right, I can probably take this before anything else comes. It is good to be free and do whatever, but, you know, there's a point in life where you want to try and maybe find the right person. This guy just sat there chilling. Just a regular worker, not a evil hiss-controlled monster at all. Well, there he popped. There's definitely some weird smell coming from my PC. I feel like it might crash. Even though it's not that hot, and the fan should be running. It does smell like it's getting hot. I'm a little concerned. So if it randomly ends stream, you know what happens. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. One day I'll find the right person that's not entirely nuttal. One day. What is down here? Okay. Oops. Didn't mean to zoom into that room. The loot goblin in me says, but what about all of the loot? All of the loot. Ooh, a big old map. I heard something over here. Right, that's the room that we literally were just in. State of the United States. Don't ask me what any of this means. I'm sure it's very important. I mean, there's trade routes. There's a couple of green lights on some, but a lot of them are red. There's more adverts. Twitch are running every half an hour for some reason. Okay. I'm gonna go look in here. There's a guy. There's a guy hiding in here.
Someone needs help over there.
Someone needs help over there. I'm sure he won't be attacked by monsters or anything.
Sounds like there's a man down.
That's it. I didn't hear anything about the man down. I just heard him shout hello. Sounds like there's a man down, but there's loot. Containment cell must be properly ventilated. Inhalation of the item smoke causes instant death. Item is a baby carriage with a black shade and steel wire wheels. Left front wheel is slightly bent, causing a distinct wobble when pushed. Item produces smoke incessantly. Smoke density varies. Smoke is generated with the power to power fire or ignition source. An instance in Paris, 1979, brought the pram to the attention of the Bureau. Smoke filled an antique store where the pram was being sold, killing the shop owner. Detailed records of the events leading to the item's discovery were destroyed in an instance in the Panopticon. Interviews with living witnesses were re-performed in order of the archives and the record sheet. It causes instant combustion, by the way. That's how you die. Combustion. Spontaneous combustion. From inhaling the smoke of the pram. So let's not inhale the smoke of the pram. You seem fine.
I'm here. What happened to you?
I got in a little scrap. Name's
At least he's got a rocket launcher.
Oh, ah.
Is he gonna be okay?
Don't look at me like that. I'm fine. But Wells is still in there. You gotta get him out.
Who's Wells?
Wade
Squad
Wells.
mate. We were hunting a runaway altered item. We followed it down into the clocks.
The clocks.
A threshold. The Bureau sealed it up years back because of all the clocks. We followed the altered item inside, but the way it was acting, we weren't ready. Me and Wells were the only ones to make it to the motel court. He was trying to
There's a
find me, but
cord.
he never showed up on this side.
I'll go find him. But first, you need to get to a medic.
Wells is the medic.
I don't know if he's getting to a
Gotta get
medic.
him out of there. I'll be fine, really. Roop can patch me up later.
Fine. But I'll be back for you.
I damn well hope so. Just use the motel cord there. It should
I
get
see
you the
it.
Clocks. Sorry, the threshold.
You are getting not put out of your misery. His node, Central Research. No, I'm doing a Master of Time. Central Research, his nodes. I'm not bothered. That's what that alarm was. Because he instantly said clock. Because he went brrr, and I thought, what, is there some sort of emergency with the clocks? Some sort of special thing? No. Just messing about. Right. I mean, he's gonna live perfectly fine. He's bulletproof. See? Catch you later. To the motel. This isn't even the clocks. This is just this room. Oh, there is a clock here. I see. Oh. There's timers. Laughing? Okay. I need to click back when it lands on a specific time. 3:15. Or it just stopped conveniently exactly where I... There we go. 3:15. That made a thing. This one I probably need to stop at 6:30. But it probably has a specific time in the main office that I'm supposed to pay attention to. I didn't. It stopped at 6:45. Close enough. Seven minutes to 8. Turns out I did stop it on the exact right time, which is ironic. How did I do that? Okay, come on, 7 minutes to 8. Without even looking or knowing, I just guessed it. I didn't open the triangle. 10 to 10. I mean, this one and the last one dings. That's the second one that's wrong. 1:15. Even though I guessed it on its movement, and it was the right time. There we go. That's ironic that I had the exact right time on it, but it didn't count. You have this game, but I've never played. I had it for so long, and I never got around to playing it. And I was like, yeah, I need to get around to playing this and completing this. Especially if someone else was talking about streaming it, and I was like, I need to complete it before they do it, you know? Just so that I can watch without it being spoiled as well. So yeah, that was in big motivation to do it. And I played Quantum Break before this, so this is like a bit similar to that as well. Yeah, I really should have played this a lot sooner. I'd recommend you get around to playing it as well. It's interesting, it's a little strange, a little creepy. You know, you might like it. It's a bit longer than the games you're used to playing, but, you know, it's got some interesting stuff going on. Now we're gonna ring a toilet cords 3 times to teleport back into some other area. And now we've got to find the medic, who is
This Wells guy can't be far.
somewhere in this dimension. Like short, shitty indie horror games. I mean, this is got the horror aspects, it's just a bit longer. I think that was one that Steam recommended me. I can't remember what it was, but I saw it and I was like, that's right up your alley. But I can't remember what it was. And I saw someone else playing Killer's Arts games. They're the shitty, very short horror games. Hoary? I don't know if it was called Hoary, you know? But there was some horror-y. It's my accent, sorry. Hoary. Hoary games. Horror games. See, if I tried to say hoary, it doesn't sound like horror, but you know, I didn't immediately get that was how it was misheard. Horror-y games, yes. Because horror-y is definitely a word, right? Horror-y, hoary. I probably was supposed to... No, that's just the toilet cords. That's not something I needed to check out. Really short horror-y games. Yes, not hoary games. Though Steam has been recommending the dirty, sexy games as well. You know, all the absolutely wrong and right games like Tentacle Simulator 69 or something that was like Deep Space or something, and it turns out it was about deep space sex, not deep space exploration or anything. Tentacle Glory Hole 69, yes. For some reason, there's been 2 or 3 of those being recommended on my Steam recommendations for the summer sale. And that's not... you know, I don't know why it's suggesting those. It just suddenly is. But you know, there's been horror games as well, like the short horror. Not short whores, short horror games. There's a big old enemy around here somewhere if there's a big red light. That would be a lot of enemies. Well, they'll... You can't hide. In fact, you want to come on my team if you're coming over here? You're on my team now. And you. I make myself more exposed to the danger by trying to convert them onto my team than anything, but, you know, it's more fun that way. Yeah, there's been a few too many Tentacle Glory Hole simulators being recommended, and I don't know... He's fine. Just gonna put this guy out of his mission. He seems okay. seemed perfectly fine. He was gonna die anyway. So I might as well help him and put him out of his misery. Astral constructs. Upgraded Pierce, not quite affordable. Just putting him out of his misery. We're here to rescue them. You know, it's the best that we can do. I call that rescued. He's been rescued from the hiss. It's no longer controlling him. He might not live through it, but he's rescued. The hiss no longer has him. Now, they don't seem to have cared about that medic whilst he's doing this. Oh, there's some demonic clocks I need to kill. They're marking them as though they're important, so I'm just gonna clear the danger of the clocks. This one wasn't marked, but that's the boss of them all. Level 9 security clearance. That guy's fine. He seems perfectly fine. Like, he's seemingly dead. But he's friendly dead. And he's bulletproof. And in my books, that means he's A-okay. How's he doing? Did you manage to save him?
Are you Wells? Your friend asked me to come looking for you.
That must be Horowitz. Glad he got out. I stayed back to help the others. Did a shit job of it.
Yep, you did a shit job of it.
That's enough. Horowitz needs your help now. How do we get out of here?
We should head back through the threshold. We can look for other survivors as we go.
Yeah, I couldn't climb back up to the toilet cords.
Which way?
Just follow the blood. Let's go.
He seems to be in a little bit of pain. If you ask me, that guy is in a little bit of pain. You've got level 9 clearance. Well, I better catch up with you before the door closes. Can I have that level 9 clearance? I would like that. He's gonna die, isn't he? And I'm gonna get his...
What's with the clocks?
This used to be a regular office wing before the threshold manifested. The forces at play in there got a hold of someone's old clock and started duping it. Now the office is abandoned and its clocks all over.
Well, there's no more duplicating clocks. Where are you going? You're not coming this way? They have a... I can't remember what the curse is in Harry Potter where everything duplicates. They have that curse. You come in, right. That's all the clocks that I care to shoot. It's an interesting game, you should play it. Especially as you have it already. They're making HRAs. They're saying absolutely nothing and they're feeling a bit awkward being filmed. Like, stop filming me. I'm just doing my job. Leave me alone. And now pose for the camera. Look very scientific and smart. Yes, that's a good job. When people tell you to smile for the camera. The oldest building. He fancies her. She walks past awkwardly. Like, you didn't notice me? 3 times she walked past him. This is the most awkward filming ever. Magnetic. He's just playing with his balls. She's watching him playing with his balls. She likes it when he plays with his balls. Interesting video. Yep. Let's just get rid of the evidence. You're on my team now. That was dirty. Seeking missiles. That aimed at that other guy and then it came to me. No, thank you. Is he still alive? He's still alive. Hiding down there. Okay, there's a boss. No, I don't want that. Thank you. I'm good. You don't need to send rockets down. Could you help, sir? Well, so there goes catching that guy on my team. There goes any chance of catching that guy on my team. Well, didn't need him anyway. It's a good job this medic has plus armor, isn't it? How you doing?
Think you can find a way around?
Let me see.
How am I meant to go through a locked door? I need to find a way around, huh? Fine, I will climb up here.
So,
'Cause you're too
you went out
lazy.
there for an altered item?
The anchor, yeah. Langston said it'd be a simple item retrieval. But the power of that thing had. I've never seen anything like it.
So I get to have it? If it's powerful, that would be nice. Agents arrived in the town of Jasper Cross in Arizona after the communications department intercepted multiple phone calls to local authorities regarding frozen people in the streets. 4 of the 5 dispatched agents became paralyzed upon arriving at the scene. Additional assessment teams were dispatched. Variations of identification formulas were tried with ineffectual results. Agents resorted to using aerial photography to study the positioning of the paralyzed individuals. Soon after, agents discovered the event's epicenter to be the local post office. Unaffected agents cleared the area of all paralyzed civilians, animals, and Bureau personnel before beginning to study the item. Agents deemed susceptible to the item were tasked with interviewing and reinforming the public away from the site. The item was soon placed on a transport vehicle manned by unaffected agents. Air travel has been deemed too dangerous given the item's effects. Numerous reports of temporal paralysis were reported by civilians along the truck route from Arizona to New York City. Okay, so we're going to get the ability to freeze things. Presumably.
That's O'Neill.
Presumably.
Shit.
Colonel O'Neill! Jack O'Neill! They got Jack O'Neill. Oh no. I hear enemies, but I am looting. That's it, you shoot them. I'll just loot. Guy in an office chair just floating about. They think they can hide from that. They can't. I'm too good. You're not meant to be able to hit them. But I can. Where are you running? Excuse me, is that necessary? I have to capture all the enemies because I'm greedy. Danger! I'll just back off from that. There's too many enemies. Ow! You mind not doing that, bad guys? Thank you very much. Where did he go? The chairman of the board. He's hiding. Stop hiding, chairman. There we go. Dead chairman. There's another. Right, we're gonna go around. 2 OP. Well, I did level up all my powers, so you know I made it. But sometimes they get the capture on me. Plus, I've got to make it fair. You know, I'm capturing the enemies. That makes it fair and balanced. That gives them an opportunity to get me. But when they get grenades and things, you know, they just instantly kill me. So they have opportunities to get me. It is sort of balanced. Supplementary materials. Can you tell us why you left your building that day? I was run down to get eggs. There was a corner store on the 30th. That's why I left Michael there on his own. Knew I wouldn't be gone long. He was drawing at the table when I left. He had his crayons out, happy. The building came down when I was a block away. I ran back, started digging, see where I found Mikey later. Beside the fridge, the drawings had come off. Tons of bricks on it, and those drawings are still there. How did that happen? You kept the refrigerator after the accident? Why? He still had his drawings. God must have kept them safe for a reason, right? I'd get home from work and stare at them all night. I was in a bad way back then. Why did you sell the fridge with your son's drawings on it still? They'd gotten stuck onto it this summer. I thought about cutting them off those magnets, but maybe it was better I didn't hold on to them. You know, gotta move on, everyone says. What's my fridge got to do with this building collapse anyhow? Well, it's probably because it was safety. Only because he only takes a dump at home. Is that why he's riding the office chair and flying around? Because he only takes a dump at home. You are next to go. I'm sorry. You look like the guy that I shot before. Just eager to get shot again, isn't he? Over and over again. This same guy. That's why he left. Ah, I see. He had to go take a dump at home. Got it. That makes sense. You know, he had to leave. But honestly... Okay.
We couldn't let it get out into the bureau.
They sealed the room.
I'll need to come deal with that altered item.
Honestly, I've seen a lot of nasty toilets at workplaces, so it makes sense. He actually staying back there? Oh, he's coming with me. Right, I'll go deal with that part later, apparently. More clocks. Endless clocks. Endless blocks, duplicated ever. I'm not gonna try and smash all these. That'd be too much.
When it was clear we couldn't contain the altered item, Horowitz ordered a retreat. We got out, but Hiss were waiting for us. I took Horowitz to the motel court and went back for the others.
You know, I feel like there was a much easier way to get back to the hotel court than this. But what do I know? You know, the way that we came in via the hotel court was a lot easier to get to than running around this. Do I work from home? Well, at the moment, I'm looking for work, so, you know, but I've mostly worked at festivals and events and things, so, you know, a lot of those are nasty, and at pubs and things, so that's all really, really nasty. You know, they're not the cleanest of toilets in most places. I should activate this checkpoint before going in that. But yeah, you know, just looking for good employment in a place that is not in an awful place. Trouble is, I moved somewhere where it's a challenge to find work because there's not enough places around here, sadly, and everywhere that is a lot of travel away. In between jobs, hard to find stuff lately. Exactly, it is. It's so ridiculously hard to find stuff lately. Like, it used to be really easy to just get a job like that. Nowadays, like, there's so much competition for the jobs. And also, the ones that are being advertised are, like, several bus journeys and hours away. Almost got another job because of being self-employed can be tough. True. I can imagine that self-employed comes with a lot of its own challenges, doesn't it? Because, you know, whilst it's good that you don't have to rely on other people for things, you know, you need to get those contracts in. You need to get the money in. So that certainly makes it a lot tougher. You know, at least you don't have the commute, but it's a lot. Like, parts of me thoughts about, you know, maybe some sort of self-employment, but I've worked in hospitality all my life, so, you know, I'd have to get licenses to, like, make foods, and then, you know, you'd have to have the money to, like, run my own food truck. If I could do that, if I could afford a food truck at the festivals and things, you know, that's something. But it would just be a lot. Then there's all the challenge of everything to do with that. So yeah, it's a lot. I can cook, yeah. I studied hospitality and leisure management. I cook for myself all the time, so you know I can. But mostly I've done front serving jobs. Have to make sure I have work. Exactly, you've got to make sure that you got that constant supply of work. And you know, even though I've worked at festivals and everything, you know, festivals are only part of the year, and you know, even if I did that, there's just a lot. You got to try and find work the whole of the year, and like it's not really something that's really feasible. So that's why I haven't gone for that option, because the feasibility of it is a big expense to make anything even sort of happen, and then not really. Billy Joe Armstrong reposted my bobblehead of him on his Instagram story for the second. Nice, congratulations. See, that's also a big thing, you know. You get that, and it's good to see the appreciation, and it also helps, you know, gain more attention to your business and get more business in. So, you know, that is really good when you get people that help in those ways, because, you know, there's different ways people can help, and getting a big celebrity to help repost your stuff and, you know, spread awareness. You know, he didn't have to do it for a second time, so that's really handy and really good. So, yeah, that really helps with your business and, as well, and get the work in, I can imagine.